it going, guys, and welcome to the Minute channel. Today we are gonna be talking about Persona 5 Strikers. Now, right off the bat, before we actually begin with this video, I do want to say I definitely love the game. So this is coming from a different kind of point of view. This is not kind of like hate towards the video or the game or anything like that. So if you before you even comment, just know this isn't like I'm shitting on the game or anything like that. This is definitely coming from somebody that enjoyed the game, played the game of maybe like 3-4 times. So I definitely had some time to consider what I'm gonna say. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So Persona 5 Strikers came out earlier this year and in Japan last year in February, and this game was met with a lot of goodwill, a lot of good reception. I think everybody that was expecting this game was excited for it, or at least was hopeful that this game was going to deliver in some kind of aspects. I know a lot of new people were just starting with Persona, and Persona 5 Royal or Persona 5 Vanilla was maybe their first game. So seeing a sequel right, like very next year come out, I guess it must have sounded pretty cool. And to a lot of people that having the Persona series for some time, we're used to this kind of stuff. In fact, Persona sequels have them more often than not. I cannot think of an example that it doesn't. Every game from Persona 1 all the way to Persona 5 has had some kind of sequel or continuation in the story, and it does feel good when that happens. So, one of the things that I just want to say is Persona 5 Strikers had a lot of potential. It had a lot of speculation on my side and a lot of people's sides, because as I just said, it's not the only sequel we ever had. We had some very crazy crossovers and some pretty cool stuff. And one of the ones that just really came off the top of my head whenever I saw the trailers for Persona 5 Strikers, and particularly the plot, was the plot for Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax. So why do I bring this up? So no spoilers or anything like that, but Persona 5 Strikers takes place in modern Tokyo after the events of Persona 5, where they basically the phantom thieves have just become really big, and the government is keeping an eye on them because they are seeing the the potential harm that Persona users could have in the world and everything, or in Japan really particularly. So they're keeping an eye on them just in case something happens, and Gomeho, will something does happens, and now they are kind of trying to get the phantom thieves in kind of like, oh yo, like, like, you guys are doing this stuff, you need to we're going to take you to jail for this or something like that. And right off the bat, that whole plot line it really should be thrown out of the garbage, because the government already knows about Persona users. In fact, the government has known about Persona users since Persona 1 and 2, and not only since Persona 1 and 2, they also know about Persona users since Persona 3 and 4 as well. In fact, the storyline of Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax is pertaining to the same group of people that Senkichi works with on Persona 5 Strikers, who already know about Persona users, and in fact they have a division in the team that handles Persona users. This team is actually being handled by Mitsuruki Ryo, who is a Persona user for Persona 3. She also developed what is called the Shadow Patrips, which is basically a team that is made to handle shadows and Persona users around Japan, which is crazy to me, because this whole operation is like, it even takes place as a plot line in Persona 5, Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax, and it really bugged me that they bring up the exact same division of the government in Persona 5 Strikers. However, somehow they seem completely unaware that the Shadow Operatives exist, even though they are working with Mitsuruki Ryo on this team. So it's crazy to me. It's almost like not almost, it definitely 100% retcons what Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax really pretty much established in this in as a series. Now, if you guys didn't know, Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax are the canonical sequel to both Persona 3 and Persona 4, both in plotline and character development for a lot of these characters. They bring characters from all Persona 3, and is even guessed and speculated that characters from Persona 1 and 2 are actually supposed to make a comeback, as we do have some stills where you kind of see background with character animations from Persona 1 and 2, so people look at that and like, oh, you know, maybe characters from those games as well are supposed to be in that. But so when I first heard about all this plot line for Persona 5 Strikers, my immediate thought was connection to Persona the Arena games. Why? Because again, the plotline was already interconnected, so it would have been super easy and not shoehorn at all to kind of have them interact with each other like characters from the previous games and this one, because again, the Shadow Operatives was made as a countermeasure for like shadow operations. Like if there's like shadow activity in another world, in another part of Japan or something like that, they could detect it and like go and like find it. In fact, they reveal in Persona 4 Arena that the Shadow Operatives know of what happened in Innova. Like they're aware of what the happenings of that point. So interesting stuff, right? The government actually is not aware of that, and they know of it. So it's like the fact that they kind of like went ahead and like developed all this stuff, that was pretty cool. But it really annoyed me that they didn't actually like, they completely threw that off the bat, having the exact same group in Persona 5 Strikers, but they don't know about other Persona users or anything like that, or like trying to get this particular Persona 5 users as like the bad guys or something. I don't know, it's crazy to me. I feel like this was a huge missed opportunity to kind of tease even if it's not trying to bring characters from the previous games, just kind of like the names, you know, just kind of bringing up the plot of previous games could have already gone a long way. I wasn't particularly thinking, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have Persona 5 Strikers with all the characters from all the Persona games, which by the way sounds pretty good once I say it, but I really just expected them to kind of at least respect the canon that is already have. But this is Atlas we're talking about, and they absolutely have zero track record of like good continuity between the games and series. So asking them to start now will just be unfair at this point, right? But anyway, that is pretty much in this video here. A little bit of a rant, but also a little bit of a discussion here. But let me know in the comments below, what do you actually think about this? Do you feel this was a missed opportunity? Do you feel like this was something that they could have done something cool or interesting with? I particularly feel that way. I feel like this was something they could have definitely made a connection to. And as we know, Persona 5 takes place in the same universe as Persona 4 and Persona 3, because there are Easter eggs and there are things that they show in the game to show world building from previous games. So it is not like my crazy imagination talking or anything like that. It's canonical that the games are taking place in the same universe. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this? Did you still love Persona 5 Strikers? Did you not like Persona 5 Strikers? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.